welcome back. I hope the sound is okay because I'm outside. And today I'm filming from Mexico. So when filming this video, I think I've been in Mexico for like almost 2 months now. And right now I'm like in Mexico City. And yeah, I wanted to talk about jealousy and fear, because I think like those are really important emotions and things that we feel. And well, I'm gonna give you I haven't planned anything, I just wanted to talk about jealousy and fear, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with the flow. So I felt jealousy for a really, really, really long time, and I always used to beat myself up because I was feeling jealous, whether it be someone that I found really, really pretty, someone that I was envious. I was envious about their life, about how they were like physically, mentally, financially, anything. And I remember when I felt that, I would just beat myself up so fucking hard and just I would just be so rude to me, because I would beat myself up because I was feeling jealous. Because growing up, and even in our society, you're told that you can't be jealous, that those are deemed bad emotions, and that hence it's not, you can't feel all that. You have to feel like all good emotions, good feelings and all that jazz. But the thing is, emotions are like neutral. There is nothing good or bad. Emotions are just feelings. Emotions are just your subconscious that's trying to tell you something. So we're gonna start with this, like jealousy. I think jealousy is a really, really, really important emotion, if not the most important emotion that you can have, because it's just shedding light on a desire that you have. Let's say, for example, I'm gonna take an example of mine. I used to be like, when I was 18, so fucking jealous of girls that were like going to the gym, having a toned body, doing yoga, doing meditation, reading, all that jazz, you know. I was really jealous of that. And I never saw the correlation between this and one of my desires. So basically, yeah, I was really jealous of that. And a few years later, I just realized that I was jealous of that because I wanted that, because that was a desire I had in me. Because let's say I don't give a fuck about like having a big mansion. So let's say you have a big mansion, like almost a castle. I'm not gonna feel jealous about it because I literally don't give a fuck, because I don't want that. Whereas if I were to see you like in the past, like giving meditation classes and traveling the world and having like a vegetarian, vegan diet and all that jazz, I would feel something inside of me. And why? Well, because that was a desire of mine. So I think like you have to be really self-aware and gentle when it comes to the emotions you're feeling, because no emotion is bad. Everything is just helping you get to know yourself more on a deeper level. And yeah, jealousy is a really important tool. So when you feel jealous of someone, stop, pause, and ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me right now? Is there like a hidden desire? Is there something I want to do? And sometimes you're not even aware that you want those things, you know? Like, I remember like in the beginning of my journey and stuff, I would get super jealous about people that would give yoga classes, meditation and stuff, and I didn't even know that was a desire of mine. So yeah, jealousy is like the key to your alignment, the key to being true to yourself. It's really the key to the life that you want. And there is also something else. I think I mistake those terms. It's like envy. We're also going to talk about envy. Like, I remember something happened and I felt, whether you feel like jealous or envious, there is something. Like, I'm going to give you an example. I remember I was seeing this guy, we were just friends. But I knew, like, he liked me. And I just enjoyed spending time with him, but I didn't know, well, for me, we were just friends. I was just, like, really enjoying his company, and I had been, like, super clear and honest, so I was just, like, going with the flow and spending time with him. And then I remember, like, he came to see me, to spend the weekend with me, and, well, I arrived late because I got lost in a public transportation and all that jazz, big cities, you know. And then when I finally met him, he was like with girls, like I think five girls. And because in my past relationships, I've been betrayed, I've been lied to, I've been like disrespected, my first instinct was I felt really off. And I felt envious. I felt jealous. I think jealous is the right word. I felt jealous. And I literally started to beat myself up. I was like, but why am I feeling jealous? There is nothing to be jealous about. You don't even like this guy. Like, what's going on? And because I'm an Aquarius and I'm an air sign, what did I do? Of course, I looked up, like, when you feel jealous or envious, what to do with those emotions. That's so funny. And slowly I realized, like, the first thing I did was, like, give myself grace to feel whatever I was feeling, and don't beat myself up, don't judge myself, accept my feelings and emotions, because if you're hard on yourself, this is gonna work when it comes to emotions and feelings. You have to be gentle. You have to act with yourself like you would act with a child, for example. So I started giving myself love, giving myself grace, and meditating on that and asking myself, like, why am I feeling and what is it trying to tell me? And yeah, I realized I had feelings for the guy. And that was why I felt like this. And if I had kept beating myself up, if I had done that, like beating myself up and just being mean to myself and just, well, harming myself because I was feeling that, I would have never discovered that and understood that I was really, that I liked him. So basically, self-awareness is key. And everything that you feel is trying to tell you something, show you a way to heal, not necessarily improve, because we're like human beings and not human doings, so you don't necessarily have to do things and to improve constantly. The goal for me personally is just like to be more aligned with yourself and to get to know yourself on a deeper level, so that you can like truly enjoy this experience of life and just be aligned and be yourself, you know, like show up and growing and learning and just being surrounded with the energy of love. And the third thing I wanted to touch on is fear. For the longest time I was paralyzed by fear, and I honestly thought that everyone was too. I was an overthinker, full of fear, full of envy, full of jealousy, and I honestly thought that everyone was like this. Well, it really came as a surprise when I realized it wasn't. And it got me thinking, like, fear is such... Fear is such a powerful emotion because as jealousy and as envy, it's like linked with really bad things like shame, feelings of guilt, feelings of anger. And this is a really dark mix, a really low vibrational mix. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Like, it's really, a lot of emotions are intertwined. And I remember I was afraid of everything, of speaking up, speaking my mind, like telling what I wanted, and even like what I wanted to eat, what I wanted to drink. I was afraid of dressing how I really wanted to dress. I was afraid of communicating, of sharing my emotions, of sharing my feelings. I was afraid of trying new things. I was afraid of putting myself out there. Basically, I was afraid of everything. And what I did was just beating myself up and just like being so mean to me, like, what are you feeling like this? Like, you're such a bad person, you can't even like get to do this or whatever. And I thought like that the goal was literally to get rid of fear, like to, I don't know how, I thought that people had kind of a magic knowledge, a hidden knowledge that I didn't have, that was just making fear disappear. That's what I was thinking. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to be happy, I'm going to be fulfilled, I'm going to be aligned when I learn how to just get rid of fear. But you can't get rid of fear. As long as you're evolving, as long as you're growing, as long as you're living, fear is going to be like your partner, because there are things that you're going to want to do that you've never done and that are going to spark a little something in you. I mean, there is a difference between being paralyzed by fear and feeling fear, you know. Fear is a really important emotion as well, because it shows you that you're getting out of your comfort zone and you can't make fear disappear. So knowing those two things, you can really like learn how to navigate this, telling yourself that feel the fear and do it anyway. There is a book that's called like this. It's a really good book. I highly recommend it. It would helped me change my perspective on this. And feel the fear and do it anyway. Like, people that do big things, they don't have like a magic knowledge or whatever. They just feel the fear, acknowledge it, and just move past it. Like, there is something with your emotions and your feelings. You can't run away from them. Like, if you decide, as I decided in the past, to dismiss them and just pretend they're not there, they're gonna come up. They're never gonna leave. It's not something you can just ignore. And even in your body, you're gonna feel it, like emotions stuck in your body. That's why when you do breath work, for example, it can be so cathartic, because all the things that you buried deep inside of you just came up to the surface. And yeah, so feel the fear and do it anyway, because the fear is never gonna leave. It's just like your ego. It's linked to your ego, trying to protect you, trying to keep you in a space that you know that feels comfortable. But growth happens outside of your comfort zone. And the more you get used to this, the easier it becomes for you to try things you're afraid of, and just calm your mind. Because at some point you're like, bro, we've been through this. I know fear, you wanna keep me safe, but I'm okay, and I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna be fine, because we've done it in the past, and I can do it in the future too. So yeah, feel the fear and do it anyway. And fear is like the key to growth. And once you think about it that way, it really changes your perspective on things. Yeah. And you're not your fear. You're not your emotions. That's really something that I learned a long time. I mean, I knew of a long time ago, but it really started to sink in like recently. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not your thoughts, you're not your emotions. Like, it's okay to feel fear, it's okay to feel jealousy, it's okay to feel envy. And the only way to get through that is to give yourself love, give yourself grace, be kind to yourself, and understand that everything that you're experiencing is meant to make you grow into who you truly are. Like, the goal is not to become someone you're not, it's just to realign yourself with who you are deeply on the core level. And when you do that, you're gonna feel at peace. You're gonna feel it in your gut. You're gonna feel it in your chest. Just this feeling of pure peace and alignment. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked it. I really wanted to do like something with fear, envy, jealousy, because those are really powerful feelings and emotions. And once you shift your perspective on it, it can literally change your life, guys. Like, really. This is something I wish I had known earlier. I think it would have saved me a lot of heartaches and, well, lessons. but it's fine. I'm exactly where I need to be. But yeah, don't shy away from your emotions. They're like the key to what you're trying to accomplish, to who you're trying to be, to what you're trying to do. Yeah, guys, that was me from Mexico City. I hope you like this. I hope it was helpful, and I hope it's gonna help you in some way. And yeah, I love you guys, and see you on my next one. Bye.